Hello, this is Coach Raheem from Self Mastery. Today, I'm going to share with you my thoughts on one of what I consider to be the most important subjects of our time. And that topic is self mastery. Self mastery is a critical discussion because it deals with taking complete control of our lives and being responsible for our growth. Self mastery is also important because it makes all of the things that we want out of life possible. We must learn to control our thoughts, actions, and emotions if we want to obtain any goal. Nothing is able to be accomplished without it. There are many ways to becoming a master of self. I'm going to share with you some of what I think is the best way of obtaining self-mastery. The first step is to understand that self-mastery begins with knowledge of self. So many times in life, we have a tendency to focus our attention on changing the things around us, the things that are outside of us. And that's a huge mistake. The reason why it's a huge mistake is because the truth is that you really can't change the things that are around you. You can manipulate them, you can move them around, you can do some things, but that's not really changing it. The real change happens when you change yourself, but that only occurs with knowledge of self, knowing who you are, because you're not changing anything if you're not owning it first. So the ownership part of it is very important. Know yourself first. That's the first step. The second step to becoming a self-master is to focus on controlling your breathing and your presence in the moment. Is one of the most overlooked things that you can do, but it's really one of the most powerful things that you can do. If you can think about all of the situations that you go through in life, the stressful situations, the easy situations, the situations that require a lot of thought, the situations that don't require any thought. When confronting these situations, the most powerful thing that you can do is to slow down, think about your breaths, how you're breathing, and then think about your presence. Are you here and in the moment, or are you living in the future? The problem with living in the future is that we have a natural tendency to be afraid of the unknown, and you really can't determine what's going to happen in the future. All of your power is given to you, is given to us right in the present moment. So how we confront the present moment plays a big part of how we proceed into the future. And the easiest way to control the present moment is to first control your breathing. Your breathing is going to stimulate your heart, is going to determine how fast your heart beats, how slow it beats, is going to determine how much oxygen your brain receives, is going to determine how your body moves. For example, you move different when you're exhausted than you do when your body is completely refreshed. You move different in the morning than you do when you are at peak time during the day. But most of that depends on your breathing. Your breathing and the circulation of oxygen throughout your body is what gives you the power to control yourself. The third step to becoming a self-master is to decide what you want. Then focus on your outcome. When I talk to people and when I'm helping people to obtain self-mastery, to become more in control of their life, it is always surprising to me as to how many people don't know that the first, one of the most critical, is not the first step, but one of the most critical things you can do is to decide what you want and then focus on the outcome of what you want. Okay? The outcome of what you want is the final step of obtaining that particular goal. So your outcome may be losing weight, right? That's what you want to do. And then your outcome is when you actually have the body that you want, or you actually have the health that you want as a result of focusing in on that outcome. You have to see it. Okay. Then you want to exercise the thoughts, actions, beliefs, and emotions that will best aid you in accomplishing that goal and reaching the outcome that you want. Your thoughts are going to be critical because it's going to help you determine your actions. And then your actions are really driven by your beliefs, what you really believe. So you have to believe that what you want is worth achieving. You have to believe that what you want is achievable. And then you have to bring all of that together with your feelings, which what I like to refer to as your emotions. Your emotional state is a critical part of achieving your goal. In other words, you need to be excited about achieving your goal. You need to understand how that's going to affect you, is the happiness that is going to bring you, the gratitude that is going to bring you, all of the things that are associated with just feeling good about yourself, the confidence, the poise, the success, everything. You have to make sure that as you are deciding what you want and focusing on that outcome, that your thoughts, actions, beliefs, and emotions, all of these things that are best suited to help you accomplish your goal are what you are exercising on a daily basis. Be sure that as you work towards achieving your goal and becoming a self-master, you remember that we all encounter many challenges, so it's not going to be easy. Get out of your comfort zone. Don't worry about if something feels awkward. That's natural because you're doing something that you've not done before. So there's going to be a natural sense of unease and disorientation because you're dealing with a new set of thoughts, a new set of actions, a new set of beliefs, new emotions. You're changing, you're evolving into what you need to become in order to achieve that goal. Don't rest on your past accomplishments. Instead, strive for personal achievement. Allow yourself the freedom to move beyond what you are used to doing. All of the things that you're used to doing will keep you in a place where you once were. It's the new set of actions that are going to bring you into that place where you are able to accomplish your goal. You have to become something else. Don't stunt your growth by harboring these false beliefs and low standards. Some people, not some people, but all of us from time to time have the ability to just kind of fall into this rut where we focus in on beliefs that are unsubstantiated, or at the very least, they're beliefs that don't serve us. Don't fall into that habit where you're believing something that is not serving your purpose. This may be a belief that you inherited from your family. It may be a belief that you inherited from your friends. It may be a belief that you learned as a result of some experience. Sometimes in life, we have a tendency when we encounter roadblocks, we make a decision, and the decision that we make is a poor decision, but we live with it. Those decisions I like to refer to as decisions that we make when we're young. Some of us have made decisions at a very young age, 5, 6, or when we were a teenager, that were not good decisions. They were only good at that time. They were appropriate for someone who is a teenager or younger, but they were not appropriate for an experienced adult, someone who has lived and understood that, life is more than what a teenager or a child can imagine. It is so much more than that. So don't allow false beliefs that you developed when you still didn't understand life to hold you back, or low standards to hold you back. Self-mastery is about growing beyond those sorts of things. Keep in mind all the time that in order to achieve self-mastery, you must know yourself. You must develop your natural abilities. You must. And you must take responsibility for your thoughts, actions, beliefs, and emotions. Don't allow those things to just run wild. There's a place for that, but not when you're trying to achieve mastery. Mastery is very intentional. Okay? If you want to learn more about self-mastery, please contact me at CoachRaheen.com. That's CoachRahien.com. Please like, follow, and share my podcast. My goal is to help 1 million people. I publish new podcasts every week on Mondays and Thursdays. If you would like to schedule a coaching session with me, or if you want me to come speak at your event, please contact me once again at CoachRaheen.com. Until next time, take good care of yourself.